Former State Senator Ben Espy passed away earlier this year, a longtime Columbus City Council member. He made history as council's first black president pro tem. Now, Espy was a trailblazer, creating the Columbus Youth Corps, a forebearer to the city's current youth programming, and is credited with launching the city's annual MLK March. His wife, Kathy, a woman of service, cheerleader for women and advocate for equality in healthcare, joined the ancestors 3 years ago. A scholarship to play football at Ohio State led to a chance encounter way back in 1962.
He loved Ohio State. That's where my parents met. My dad was a sophomore, my mom was a freshman. He said she came up to him and introduced herself. Hi, I'm Kathy Duffy from Toledo, Ohio. And that started their 60-plus year relationship.
Ben Espy lived a life devoted to public service. A lawyer with his own firm, he worked in the state attorney general's office, served on Columbus City Council and the state senate, and took on many other roles. Together with his wife, Kathy, they raised 4 daughters.
My mother was everyone's best friend in Columbus. She was a nursing administrator. She was a leader of diversity, equity, inclusion when it wasn't popular.
I asked the Espy sisters to tell me about their parents, the side of them the public didn't always see.
They were selfless, they loved hard, and they always put God first.
You've noticed that all of us hyphenated our names for a reason.
Elizabeth and Amy are the eldest sisters.
We don't have any brothers, and we knew that that name, Espy, means something from the core and the bottom of our soul.
Then there's Laura.
They taught me everything I know. They are my compass in a lot of ways.
And Lynn.
I still feel their energy every single day.
The twins.
And I think that they are relishing in the fact that we are wonderful people, that we are kind people.
Mrs. Espy passed away in January of 2022, and her husband followed in January of this year.
They were married more than 50 years, and they fed off each other. My mother supported my father in politics, and my father supported my mom in all her endeavors as well.
My mother supported women in whatever it is that they wanted to do. And I think that was her superpower, is that she was able to see people and meet them where they were.
And you all continue to do that?
Oh, absolutely.
Why?
It's just who we are. I do that through my program for Made for Medicine with my kids, where I'm encouraging Black youth in Columbus to pursue careers in medicine. And I just went to a school yesterday and I told 150 4th and 5th graders, before you leave here, you need to understand that you can become a physician and you have what it takes to get there.
And it was the responsibility to lift as you climb. You know,
sure.
We are responsible for other people. So whether it was in our work and seeing something in someone that they don't see in themselves, and it's our responsibility to lift them up.
Having the last name Espy comes with a unique challenge.
I remember when Dad first told us he was running for city council, we were like, you know, what's that? And the same thing Amy said, he said, you know, we're going to be under a spotlight. And I remember Amy and I were on a trip one time. I think we were in the Bahamas or Jamaica or somewhere. And we said our name and someone said, are you from Ohio? And we said yes. And they said, are you Ben and Kathy? And we were amazed that someone in another country could make that connection. And we just joked that it was really, you couldn't go anywhere without being recognized.
I think it's also important to know we were a totally normal family. So we still got in trouble, you know, we would still have dinner together and have conversations around the table and laugh and joke.
In 1984, Ben Espy exemplified strength after a piece of a downtown building fell and struck his leg. You all have him quoted as saying, as long as you don't have your spirit amputated, you will be okay.
That's what he said. You know, of course, he was on city council. He was going to a meeting at the time when it happened. So, you know, there was a lot of publicity around what had happened. We were trying to understand, but I never saw him cry. But watching him never complain, never pitied himself, never said, why me? He really exuded everything that you would anticipate from someone who had a barrier in front of them. He showed us resilience and what it looked like up close and personal.
And Mom at the time?
She carried us.
She did.
She held it down.
She was amazing. They were small, you know, twin babies. I was a gymnast and gone all the time back and forth. And Mom never complained either. I mean, when you talk about the epitome of a strong woman, that was that. She supported him.
The Espys are deeply connected to the nation's historically black fraternities and sororities. For him, Kappa Alpha Psi, his wife, their daughters, their grandmother, and one of the daughter's daughter are all members of Alpha Kappa Alpha. 4 generations.
They taught us to be real and to be humble and to be true. And, you know, it's not about, again, who your parents are, what you have, what you know. It's about how you are as people.
And how you treat people.
And how you treat people. And we lean on that, and the rest kind of follows.
Just like their love. On display during a family celebration.
It's certainly a video that I turn to from time to time just to remind myself who I am and whose child I am. And, you know, I'll treasure it forever.
Yeah, it was a great moment, you know, to see a couple that have been through tragedy and victory in raising 4 kids and 11 grandchildren.
Life.
Life.
Yeah.
Just life.
Oh, there's so much more to their story. The Espys were also entrepreneurs, and when daughter Amy was a young gymnast, they realized black children on their side of the city lacked access to a gym. So what did they do? Well, they opened their own, helping many students earn college scholarships. We hope these stories have deepened your appreciation for the remarkable contributions black individuals have made to the black community and all of Central Ohio. Each and every one reminds us that history is a shared journey worth celebrating each and every day. Thank you for joining us. Have a great night.